We've got plenty of star names on both sides, which has attracted the locals to see the start of the International Champions Cup here in Shanghai. Manchester United in blue against the familiar yellow of Borussia Dortmund. Well, Manchester United have brought 25 players here, all looking to impress the manager. This is the starting 11, including new signings, defender Eric Bailly and Mkhitaryan, who had an outstanding 3 seasons with Dortmund. Luke Shaw continuing his comeback, and Phil Jones starting his last competitive appearance was in January. And Mourinho's only named 9 substitutes in a competition where 11 are permitted. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang scored 39 goals last season, attracting admiration from clubs like Manchester United. They already have a United connection in Shinji Kagawa, who spent 2 years at Old Trafford. And just to remind you, the news, Andre Schürrle has signed today, and it was Mario Götze yesterday. We've got a bit to catch up on. And here's Mata. And Manchester United are breaking with numbers here. Pai had the right idea, he just couldn't execute the pass. With plenty of supporters in terms of runners from his left side.
And that's exactly the type of situation I was talking about for United. Force Dortmund infield to where it's really congested, win the ball back and then break quickly, because look how short in numbers Dortmund out the back. They're very fortunate that final pass from Depay doesn't find its target. 2 United players in the penalty area, counter-attacking football. Aubameyang here is a long way out, must be 35-40 yards, but he's gone, put the ball down. But the longer bowler's run up here, he's going to smash this goalwards, I expect.
There he does. Oh, and it's not a very good save. The first time, the second time, and in the end, it is scrambled in by Castro. It was very untidy. Happily untidy for Dortmund, but disastrously untidy for Manchester United.
Oh, that's a very, very poor goal to give away. There's no pace in the shot from Aubameyang. I think the fact maybe it just arrives just in front of Sam Johnson makes it slightly more difficult, but a goalkeeper worth his salt should be dealing with that. Not necessarily catching it, but knocking it wide, knocking it to safety. He keeps it alive here, the United goalkeeper, and eventually the ball is going to end up in the back of the net, but he should be dealing with that. Ari's really on the full, should be doing a lot better. Once he doesn't make that first save, he's in big trouble.
No matter. Scored in the cup final, of course. It's a sad day. There haven't been too many times when there's been a general outburst of sympathy for Louis van Gaal, but to have won the FA Cup. Ooh, here's a chance for Lingard, who of course got the winner to get that trophy, but then to not even leave Wembley before you're told that someone's taking your job. I thought that was a bit too near the knuckle.
Oh, Jesse Lingard here, why he doesn't take an extra touch and take it closer to Wiedenfeller. Takes it far too early. The keeper reads it as well, but he's got so much space ahead of him. Take another touch, close in on the goalkeeper, then drill it past him. Just simply takes a...
Castro. Kagawa. Castro with the cross. Oh, shouts for handball. I think the referee has given it. He certainly had a view on the outstretched arm. Antonio Valencia was the culprit. 10 minutes left in the first half, and Manchester United could go further behind here.
Well, this could be crucial, but is it accidental? Is it intentional? There's no real complaints from the United players. He caught off guard slightly, Valencia, as the overhead kick is attempted. Really slightly unfortunate. There's no real complaints from the United player. Normally you see those players react very angrily when penalties are given for that type of decision, but no complaints from Valencia and United.
Aubameyang against Johnston. 2-0. And it's going very swimmingly here in Shanghai for Borussia Dortmund at the expense of Manchester United.
Well, when you scored 39 goals last season, there's never any panic when you're stepping up to take a penalty. Knows exactly what he wants to do. Plenty of pace and power on it, using the side of the foot, so he gets the accuracy as well. And Johnson goes fairly early. He's never going to save it.
With a real ring to it.
That's one thing I always look for. You see the amount of goals that a striker scores, but it's his movement, his work rate. He's willing to defend from the front as well. No, Aubameyang has pretty much everything.
Could be in it again here. On its run off Phil Jones, and it was a very good save in the end by Sam Johnson, who hasn't had the best of halves.
Once again, it's his movement. Aubameyang goes short at times, wants the ball into his feet. At times he spins in behind centre halves. If you're caught ball watching as Phil Jones is there, he's very lucky to get away with this. Just doesn't get enough purchase on his lob over the goalkeeper, and Johnston makes a very, very important save. If this drops in, 3-0, I think United are pretty...
Mkhitaryan is on the ball here. Really impressive against Wigan on Saturday. And he might have a chance. He does have a chance. He's a great finisher. 23 goals last season, but he couldn't put that one away. Maybe Weidenfeld.
Mkhitaryan could have been very, very different, even though United are getting completely dominated in terms of the amount of possession Dortmund are having. They could have been level terms.
Dembele getting through. It's a great run. It's a wonderful goal. Well, there's a lot of talk about who Manchester United signed in the summer. Take a note of this new man for Borussia Dortmund.
Talk about sharpness at this stage of the season. That's the difference in terms of sharpness, in terms of putting the ball in the back of the net, in terms of finishing. Mkhitaryan and Lingard have had opportunities, and this one breaks with Dembele. There's only one place this ball is going to end up, and that's in the back of the United net. Really sharp work, moving that ball from left to right, and then he absolutely buries it. Romero doesn't even actually move his feet to make the save, and 3-0, a game that's well beyond United now.
I think the third goal is the signal for the substitutes en masse.
It's the yellow cavalry.
But surely one back here for Mkhitaryan against his old club. Put on a plate for him by Juan Mata. 3-1. Maybe those substitutes will sit back down again.
Well, the space in behind the Dortmund defence was always there to be exploited. Just United hadn't found the quality of the final pass or a decent run in behind. And once Mata did that and got in, very unselfish with his layoff to Mkhitaryan as well. It hasn't happened too often. It's been a good defensive line that Dortmund have held. A little step over from Rashford actually makes it happen. That's a very clever piece of play. Good understanding from a young centre forward. He knew that Mata was beyond him. A very simple tap in.
Yes, the first goal at Wigan on Saturday. So there's a goalkeeping error. He's going to take this corner short to Leitner, and it needed that last touch. An important one from Juan Mata. If he just switched off, then it would have been 4-1.
Well, he was hoping the ball was just going to dribble over the byline there, but he did well to react so quickly in pre-season when you're not maybe your sharpest. Well, if he doesn't get to this ball.
Might be able to get more in here. Manchester United aware of the danger, and then the snapshot on the follow-up from Pulisic rather. It was a very piece of opportunity, really. He's expecting the ball to break loose, and look at him on the move, Christian Pulisic.
Absolutely, United defenders flat-footed, but it all came.
Leitner. Could be in again here. Oh, how about that? That's a splendid goal. Well, Castro started it. He might well have finished it here. The 3-goal margin is restored. And Thomas Tuchel and a now emptied bench are delighted. Look at that. That was a great sight from Borussia Dortmund's point of view. But it's not been a great evening for Manchester United.
Thomas Tuchel made all his changes. It took a while, probably 10 minutes for the team to actually settle, but again, you look at Castro, it is a brilliant strike. It's pretty much unstoppable. Romero's nowhere near it, but no one in a blue shirt is closing down the midfield. As he looks to take his shot on Rojo, you've got to be bodily throwing yourself in the line of fire here. They don't do that. They've not...
Take a bit of living down even in pre-season, but here's Rashford. Going it alone. Still going. was Burnich who came across from the left side to put out what was looking like a very bright light indeed for Marcus Rashford. Good hands from Weidenfeller, who wasn't the regular Bundesliga goalkeeper last season. Well, there is the final whistle, and for Borussia Dortmund, a more satisfying exercise. It is an exercise, we must remind you of that. Gonzalo Castro got a couple. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang got his customary goal from the penalty spot. Ousmane Dembele scored a cracker as well, and Jose Mourinho reflective at the end of it all. Mata set up Mkhitaryan. That's how it all finished off, with Castro's second of the game. And it was a bit of a spectacular from Borussia Dortmund, a bit flatter from Manchester United, who have done less work in pre-season, and today, as often in the case, it does show in football. There is no hiding place, and in Shanghai, been tough for Mourinho's new charges. They've lost by 4 goals to 1 to an excellent Borussia Dortmund.